That is absolutely right, ladies and gentlemen. Friend of the VC, the leader of the island of relevancy. Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Psycho's Platters. Always powered by coffee each and every time. Yep, we've got Snoopy in the mug. Home sweet home, ain't that the truth? And we're not even talking Motley Crue. Motley Crue. They're such a joke now. I don't know. Whatever. Mick squeaked in first. Here you got your rightful place back. See, I love it. I haven't even been on a minute. I almost got 10 people on here. It's beautiful. Brandon, howdy, man, the savior coming in to save me from boredom of work. Well, you're welcome. Of course, I don't know how stellar this show is going to be. Hey, I like that. I like that. I like that avatar. I do. We got a whole bunch of people going here. That's great. That's absolutely great. I'm trying to think who that is though in that avatar because he looks kind of familiar. He almost looks Marvin Gaye-ish a little bit, you know. I'm not sure. Hi everybody, how are ya? As Bobby Bittman would say, how are ya? And then go. It's a chilly 14 degrees Celsius here in Sydney, Australia. VC weather brought to you by Psycho's Platters. Actually, it was around 80 today here. 80. Oh, Eddie Hazel. Why does that name sound familiar to me? I don't know. It doesn't matter, I guess. Right. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys coming on here. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do this today or not. My stomach's kind of a little bit out of it, so we'll see. You know, but we're gonna shoot for the 60 to 90-minute show that we normally try to do here. 3rd of June, ladies and gentlemen, we survived another month. Maggot Brain Funkadelic. Okay, thank you. You know, I got to tell you something. I have rarely ever come across any P-Funk records. And when I have, all of them, and I mean every one of them, were stomped on by an elephant. They were not even they weren't salvageable, which kind of made me mad because I would love to have at least one P-Funk album in my collection. Too many Electric Prunes. Yeah. Oh boy. But you know what though? I thought that was a good show. I thought we did a good show last episode. And that's for sure. Rest in peace, James Lowe. Rest in peace. Now, for the moment, knock on wood, it's kind of death is kind of gone quiet in regards to musical celebrities. Now, I don't know about you know, the rest of the world. I gotta ask, what is the drink? Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo is supposed to. You know, it's kind of funny, Brandon. I just tripped on a brief history of Yoo-hoo today in my Facebook feed. It's been around since 1928 in the U.S. here, right? It's supposed to be chocolate milk, but it's not quite. It's really hard for me to really describe it. I do know this, that they say that the Yoo-hoo that's been out for the last 20, 30 years is not the same Yoo-hoo as the people that drank it before then. Like anything else, there's always changing the formula. So Yoo-hoo is supposed to be chocolate milk-like. I'll just say that. You know, there was a Simpsons episode I remember coming across, and the kids are in the lunch line, you know, and they're getting their cartons of milk. Now, I know you're thinking here, wait a minute, that's milk. No, it was it was a little bit of milk mixed with chalk, and so it was called malk. Gross. Yoo-hoo, is it like that nasty Ovaltine? Well, here's the problem. I know what Ovaltine is. Okay, Ovaltine's been around probably as long as you do. I'll tell you how long Ovaltine's been around. I have a 1935 or 36 Little Orphan Annie decoder badge from Ovaltine. From the old radio show, you'd have to put the flaps of Ovaltine. Whatever. They've been around that long. Now, as far as for nasty Ovaltine, I've never had it, so I don't know if it's nasty or not. I will take your word for it. Right, it's mentioned in American TV show. Yeah, along with Ovaltine, and they always say, "Drink your Ovaltine," blah blah blah. Take that fluoride, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. That's why the kids are the way the kids are. Fluoridated water, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-mm. Hey, Brandon, how are you? Yeah, lots of things are mentioned in the American TV show and American culture as opposed to, well, over in Australia, you've got your. Hey, I'm so sorry. I even took a nap before I came onto this thing. Yep, as featured in A Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. You'll shoot your eye out. Anyways. Yes, I hope all is well in Canada. What was it that I was going to go off and mention? Oh, God. Somebody's doing a Canadian tour. Damn it. I just saw this like this evening. Somebody's rolling out a Canadian. But for you, Trailer Park Boy fans, it's official. They are making season 13, which will come out in early 2026. They are filming it right now as we speak over in Sunnyvale. Trailer Park. Rest in peace, Mr. Leahy. I don't know how or why they're doing this, but they are. So, and I don't know if it's going to be a Netflix property or it's going somewhere else this time around, but you will get a season 13 of Trailer Park Boys. And who was on Trailer Park Boys for an episode or two? Sebastian Bach, that's right, who also is touring later here in Australia. That's right, minus Skid Row. It's not bad. It got to 31 degrees Celsius here today, but the male workers are acting up again. Ah, jeez. They acting like widow babies? I don't know, whatever. I shouldn't talk. I have friends that are postal people, and, they bust their ass. They really do. I've got two friends that are postal workers. One's pretty damn hot, too. And, they bust their ass. And for what? They get heaped on with abuse at the local postal office. What's up, guys? Yes, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, Tal. What's happening with the mail workers? Why are they striking? I know this much. They jacked the damn price of the damn stamps again. I think it's like 75 cents for a stamp now, I think. It's like, geez, what the hell? Good thing I don't mail shit that much. I don't know. Whatever. This is how old I am. I remember when they were like 3 cents, 3 or 4 cents for stamps. Yeah. They are near striking, but haven't officially yet. Anyways, I hope, like I said, everybody's doing real good. I've got little bits and things we can talk about, and we'll explain, of course, the title of the episode, Reel to Reel, for the other one in a little while. Okay, we've had problems with our rail workers. Oh, geez. What the heck? Everybody's doing their thing. Junction, what's your function? Petticoat Junction. The train to Hooterville will not be running today. Want to send a shout out to Toby and her biscuit making skills. Toby is out of heat again. Tell you, it's the only time that when she's in heat, that's the only time she ever lets me. Yeah. Her biscuit. In fact, she might even be in her Christmas tree. I don't know. I know that she's around here somewhere. Maybe she'll make an appearance later. I don't know. We shall see on that. That is a fact. In case anybody wants to know, I haven't worn this in a while. This is my Arlo Guthrie 40th anniversary. You can have anything you want at Alice's restaurant. And I got to see that man. I met him once. I think I showed a picture a long time ago of me and him. Very nice gentleman. Very nice gentleman. That's right. Sweet baby, I do, Toby. Richard. See, we got all kinds of people here today. We got all kinds of people. Thanks, John. Like I said, I just happened to pull this out of the closet. Unfortunately, when and I try to be very careful with my concert shirts, okay? But it got a slight tear in the collar. I mean, it is a 18-year-old shirt, but still, I try to keep good care of my shirts. I think the oldest shirt that I happen to have that I wear on a semi-frequent basis is from '94. It's a ZZ Top Antenna Tour shirt. And then my kid gifted me a '92 Stones Bridges to Babylon shirt, which I can't fit in that anyway. Maybe if I lost like 50 pounds, maybe that I could fit into it, but what can I say? But I do like my concert shirts. That's one of the things that I've always tried to get. Sorry. Sometimes when I'm scouring the Goodwills, I will find some awesome tour shirts. Seriously. Not as of late, mind you. It's probably been at least a good 6 to 9 months since I did find some decent tour shirts. But, I mean, for a couple bucks a piece back then, oh, man, the stuff I had. And some of them I've given to friends and just, some I've kept and et cetera, et cetera. I've got like a hall closet here, and I think I got like maybe about another 10 to a dozen shirts. Oh, there's Toby. You gonna go eat, sweetie? Yeah, you might as well. I don't know. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Anywho, today I just happened to remember about this shortly before I came on here, that this is show number 905, otherwise known as 905, which I'm like, wait a minute, 905? I know a song that's got that title in it. So why not? I'm always cleaning up everything anyway on these shows. You know that. So why don't we go from 1978 from the album Who Are You? 905. That's right, 905 from the album Who Are You? Yes. Yes, actually I have. It was funny. I came across an album of theirs. They're an 80s band, if I remember right. And I wish I remembered what album it was. They were okay. Australian, if I remember correctly, too. And I'm like, Noiseworks, what's this? And at the place I go to, the albums are $1 a piece, so I'll take a chance. And I think I liked it decently. I'm making you an honorary Australian. Well, gee, thank you, Brandon. I would love to actually go out there. I really, really would. I don't even know where I would start over in the land down under. I just know that, I mean, other than, of course, to see the beauty of Australia, I would have to go down there probably with, oh, geez, a couple thousand, at least $1,000 or $2,000 for hitting up the record shops in Australia for all those Australian imports that I could use. Oh, could you imagine me getting some of those first press AC/DC albums even for that? Oh my God, I bet you they're like big bucks. Check out, is that a band or is that the song from? No. You don't talk too much in the chat. Is that a band name or is that the song from Noiseworks? I'm a little confused. But anyways, so yeah, show 905, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's an animal. Okay. And an an echidna. Echidna? That's a workout for Psycho. Did some did somebody say big butts, but they could not lie? I'll tell you. Oh, there's this one. She doesn't watch this show anyway. There's this one though that I work with. Oh my god. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Echidna. Thank you. Echidna. Echidna. Well, let me see here. I wonder if I can. I want to look at this thing now. Oh. Oh. Let's see here if I can share this image. Oh, cops have been out full force today. There you go. See, there's an echidna. That's what the heck. It's a monotone, monotrim, like the platypus. Oh, he's cute though. I like him. I like the echidna. See, there's your Australian moment. And a platypus, for that matter, too. People make fun of the platypuses. I don't know why. They're just misunderstood. That's all. Before I forget, did manage to get. If you guys feel up to it, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button. That's always welcomed. If inclined, please donate. All the donations stay in the show for either coffee or cheap records. That's right, that we could talk about. That's what this does. Yeah, don't step on that guy, that's for sure. But we did get a new subscriber that at least came up on my feed. This is an interesting, colorful name, Doodah Dave's Records. Nothing to be confused with Camptown Races. Camptown Races, sing this song. Doodah, doodah. There's a meaning behind that song. And I wish I could explain it, but I was like, hey, it goes back to the 1840s. And I'm like, what the hell? And of course, I'm used to Foghorn Leghorn singing that damn thing. He's always singing that. Another 3 weeks and I'll be able to contribute. I'm saving up for a new synth. Oh, that's cool. Good. New synth to add to the synth army. That is for sure on that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places I would love to go visit in this world if I had the money and I had the time. I know for a fact that I would love to go for a month or two if I could. If I ever won the lottery, okay, Australia would be in there. But the first trip I want to make is England, Ireland, Scotland, and I want to go to all of that and take maybe about 1 to 2 months of my life and spend out there. And I just want to go off the beaten path. Seriously, I would just like to get immersed into the cultures and such. The only touristy thing that I would do would be, yes, I would go to Liverpool. I mean, I had to. I got to. I'm a big Beatles fan. But other than that, I would just like to stay at a bed and breakfast, or I would like to go spend the night in a castle. That would be something a little drafty, but so what? But I would like to just do all that stuff. Yes, I would. See, I got to tell you though, the Guinness, I've had Guinness, went right through me. I don't know if I could do that. So I might just resort to having whiskey and water, and then kiss the Blarney Stone. Yeah, I'll take my whiskey and water, or my Jack and Coke, well, my Jameson and Coke, or whatever the hell, just for that. Anyway. Did I pick another bad time to be on here? I kind of sometimes wonder if my timing just is not so good like it used to be anymore, you know. I love having the people I have here, don't get me wrong, but it's like, remember when we used to have a lot more people and a lot bigger numbers, and we had a lot more fun and a lot more guests and stuff. I still have fun with you guys, but I miss having my people. I mean, I miss having my people. But you know what? Life happens. And I was thinking about this on the way home from work today. I was driving, and I thought about this show I was thinking about, and it just seemed like to me, and I mean, and I'll bounce back. You know, good shows bounce back. Good shows can't always be really good shows. But I still keep on keeping on. My goal is to get to 1,000. We'll get to 1,000 too. Yeah, I guess there is. If you think about it, there is more trolls out there now. Oh man, excuse me. But um, ever since, I don't know. This year when Shannon died, that kind of just started the ball, and then in March with all the other nonsense that happened, and then yeah, I'm so tired. I hope all that's kind of gone now. I just think it's so old, all that stuff. That was so 2023, 2024. See what I did there? Oh boy. Um, Sorry. Anyway, so I had a couple songs basically that I was listening to in the last day or two, and thought maybe I would at least plop them on for a little bit of playing enjoyment. This next one here, of course, 50 years ago, this came out, and, or I should say, was recorded. It didn't come out official, official till this year. And visiting working class America would be great. It would be quite interesting. It'd be a lesson for everybody. That's what I mean. Since a few left notice, so did the trolls. Well, that's true too. That is true too. It's just there's certain people I kind of miss, and other people I don't really care to ever see again. So I don't know. It is what it is, right? Of course. We're working class heroes. Speaking of, Psycho has gone off and applied at two different local state jobs. I hope I get one of them. One of them would be a little more fun, I think, than the other one. I would be welcoming people into the state, like a visitors bureau. I think that's right up my alley. And it's not retail, and I can get out of retail and just be with the people, and then maybe be a little more relaxed. Hey Trish, how you doing? Yes, definitely, because it might change how things go here. I'd still be doing the show, but if I remember right, that job, they're open 6 days a week, and I don't know if that would mean that my days would be shifted. I know my time would be shifted slightly. I get up at about 4:40 in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, Central Standard Time, to get ready to get to work at 7. But with the one job, it's 8:30. With the other job, it's 9. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, to sleep till 6 in the morning would be a treat for this guy. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you something. I'd be damn good in a casino. There isn't a close casino near me. Arkansas doesn't really deal with that. The border towns do. Like there's casinos at the Arkansas Missouri border. There is, yeah. Then there's ones at Arkansas Oklahoma border. We have in Hot Springs. It's called Oak Lawn Casino, and it really is There is casino in there, but it's horse racing is what it is. But they do a lot of concerts too. No, well, okay, that too, but I don't know, just fun things to do in the state of Arkansas, the natural state. That's what they call it here, the natural state. But we'll see. Like I said, I just applied, and I think there's like another week or two for the positions to be open. So hopefully, I'll know something by the end of the month. That'd be nice. And by that time, I will have turned 18 years at the big box store. I think I'm done. I'm done. I know some people are like, why don't you go to your 20? I don't have it anymore in me to get to 20. The place I work at, no offense, it's a young person's game. It's not a guy that's going to be 58. Anyways, so the first track that I want to share, I played the other song on one of the shows prior, but we're going to go off and play a very cool. If this would have been released in 1975 without any red tape or controversy, I could tell you for a fact this would have been a top 20 hit for 1975.
Need your loving, need your loving, need your loving, it's everything to me. Need your loving, need your loving, and need your loving. Take me high, take me low, show me anything that you know. But tonight, little lover, lay me down. Make me laugh, make me sigh. Tell me how and tell me why. But tonight, little lover, lay me down. Lay me down, move me round. Let me hear the loving sound. In our nest, we are blessed with our love.
Oh my. Hey Dave, how's it going?
Take and give, take and live. All the love that we have found. And just send all the problems away. Play me fun, play me sad. Tell me things that will make you glad. But tonight, love a little, lay me down. Lay me down. I need your loving, need your loving, I need your loving, it's everything to me. I need your loving, I need your loving, I need your loving, it's everything to me. Lay me down, move me around. Let me hear the loving sound. In our nest, we are blessed with our love. Take and give, take and live. All the love that we have found. And just send all the problems away. Play to share, play to care. You can play with me anywhere. But tonight, little lover, lay me down. But tonight, little lover, lay me down. Lay me down. Need your loving, need your loving, need your loving, it's everything to me. Need your loving, need your loving, I need your loving, it's everything to me. Need your loving, I need your loving, I need your loving, it's everything to me. Need your loving, I need your loving, I need your loving, it's everything to me.
Yeah, how about that? Lay Me Down, Badfinger from the album Head First. Imagine, that's funny. Imagine if Toby just started levitating out of nowhere. I would shit my pants. I'll tell you that right now. I'd be like, this is a magical cat. How would you levitate? She's so no, she's, it's dark now, of course. It starts getting dark about 9 o'clock. So I don't know what she's looking at out there, but God knows what. You never could tell. And of course, my neighbor's next to me. I don't know if you can hear them or not. Hopefully not. They got the boom, 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 boom. I go off and I'm a nice bastard. I am. But I've gone off and I'm about, they don't need to have it on that loud all the fucking time. I don't care what they say. They know it. But I'm about one more little thing. One more thing. I'm about ready to go and get them again. Anyways, that's not what you wanted to hear. You don't want to hear any of that shit. Far from it. Anyways, I want to thank everybody, of course, that's here right now. I'm glad you came on in here. Got almost 20 people. That's wonderful. I like having everybody I can, That's how it works. So that, like I said, was recorded December 1974 and was supposed to be released in the spring of 75, maybe even the summer of 75. But, well, Pete Ham, unliving himself in April of 75, kind of took care of that. Hey, look who it is. Psycho Man. I want to be a psycho man. Mr. Hunyadi, it's been a while, my friend. It's been a while. I hope you're doing good. I hope that you're doing real good. Definitely on that. I hope Joe's doing good too. Speaking of Joe, I haven't watched one of his shows lately. I think the last thing I remember seeing, he did some kind of rant video for one of the releases that just recently came out, or maybe it was George. I think it was the new George album or something like that. There was something missing, or part of the box set or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyways, yes, hey how. So then the next thing I've got in the queue goes back to the 60s when pre-Badfinger, you got the Ivies. Yeah, that's basically 3/4 of Badfinger. No Joey Milland. You got Ron Griffiths in the lineup for the Ivies. Hey, Paul Psycho, the leader of the VC Island and the Vinyl Misfit Troubled Toys. Yeah, Misfit Troubled Toys is right. Fact. Thanks, Richard. Glad to see you here too. But yeah, there you go. Just chilling out on the back patio, drinking some beers. Well, have one for me too. I haven't had a beer in a very long time, actually. Maybe it's a good thing I don't go back to really drinking the way my stomach has been lately, but I once in a while would sure like a good whiskey. That's been my thing, whiskey, bourbon, or rum. Sending a shout out to Mellow D. Yes, hopefully he's doing okay. I know it's been a few episodes. I know he's working on some new song material, is what I heard. Yep, Joey Milland, probably the most important member of Goldfinger. Me and love Melody. Yes, well, Melody is a lovable kind, is he not? Yes, and I didn't know that Rachel was going to do the show the same time I did Sunday morning. I'm like, no, I had a good audience, and halfway through it went foop, and I'm like, that must have been when the hell that Rach decided to go on. Is that episode even on YouTube? I tried looking for it, but I couldn't find it. Maybe they don't do that anymore. I don't know. It gives you the gout. Oh, geez. What's your favorite whiskey brand? For me anyway, I like my Crown. I do. Jack's okay, but I'm a Crown guy. Anyways, so the Ivies, they put out an album in 1968 called Maybe Tomorrow. some good stuff on that one. I'm still looking for that. That is in my checklist, if you will, for Ivies. I think I've got the 45. I think. It's kind of weird that they only released the 45 in the United States, but they didn't release the album here, and they had to get a UK press. So eventually, maybe I'll find a UK Gentleman Jack for that. But they did do some things for the radio, and I don't know what it is about this one. It's a Motown cover, but I kind of like the way they did it. I don't know. Let's see what you guys think about this. Their cover of The Temptations, The Way You Do the Things You Do. Yes.
You got a smile so bright. You know you could have been a candle. I'm holding you so tight. You know you could have been a handle. The way you swept me up the feet. You know you could have been a groove. And baby, you're so sweet. You know you could have been some perfume. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to. And I can tell the way you do the things you do. The way you do the way you do the things you do. As pretty as you are, you could have been a flower. Good looks for a minute. You could have been an hour. But when you stole my heart, you know you could have been a cuckoo. Baby, you're so smart. You know you could have been a schoolboy. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to. I can tell. We do the things you do. The way you do the things you do.
I agree, but I still like it anyway.
You make my life so rich.
Hey, Jen.
You could have been some money. And baby, you're so sweet. You could have been some honey. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to. I can tell. We do the things you do. The way you do the things you do. The way you do the things you do. Why do you treat me so wrong? The way you do the things you do. You know I can't stand the pain, girl. Do the things you do. Why do you treat me so bad? The way you do the things you do. When I first met your head. The way you do the things you do. The way you do the things you do. You make me feel alright. The way you do the things you do.
Yeah, that's right. The Ivies with the Temptation cover of the Temptations, The Way You Do the Things You Do. What kind of cigar are you smoking tonight, Tom? Hey, Tim. Hey, Paul. I have a poor sounding LP boot of the Ivies album, but finding legit. Shh. That's what I've heard. That is what I've heard. But I will not stop until I find a copy of that. I think it came out in the UK and Japan. Maybe Germany too? I can't remember. I'll have to settle for whatever I can find in that. Indeed. Yes. Anyways, good to see you here, of course, Tim. Good to see you as well. So let's see. Another one that kind of got on my radar. So the YouTube algorithm does some really weird things, which you people probably already know. You know, when you're watching something or you go down a rabbit hole or, you get associated videos, contributing to what you've been watching or whatever. Yeah, see, I think I've got that too. I think I've got the 45, but my God, I got so many 45s. Oh boy. But so the thing is that I ended up watching a Beatles song, or listening to a Beatles song, excuse me. But they were talking about the story behind the Beatles song "You've Got Troubles." I'm probably saying that wrong. This is the one with Ringo singing on it, okay? But then somebody went off and mentioned in the comments section, that did the Beatles manage to cop some licks from a soul song? And I had to go, is that the one, is that Daddy's a Millionaire? Do I got that right, or am I wrong on that? I don't know. Needless to say, so this is how I ended up tripping on a dude by the name of Bobby Parker. Now, I never heard of this dude until today. And this is an early 60s track. He did do some 45s, I guess, for VJ, which I didn't know about. Script logo VJ. So he must have been around at least since the late 50s. But I present to you the song "Watch Your Step." And did the Beatles kind of nick a little bit from here? Supposedly John liked this song a bunch, so I'm told. He used to carry this with him along with his other stacks of 45s when he would go on the road, I guess. So let's check it out. That's right. From the early 1960s, Bobby Parker, "Watch Your Step." Hey, Lisa. Hello, Wizard and Tom. Tim, not Tom. LOL. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing good. We're going to finally get to the explanation of the title of today, Reel to Reel, for the other one. This was some stuff that, if I remember telling you, leave my kitten. I could see "Leave My Kitten Alone." Wouldn't that little Willie John, right? Would "Leave My Kitten Alone." So it's like, oh my God, everybody nicked from everybody else, it seemed. I don't know, but yeah, I could see that. I could see that vibe. I'm number 2. No, your kitty is being catnapped. Actually, I don't know where the hell she is right now, but you missed her. She was up on screen for a minute or so. I remember seeing John Lennon about "Watch Your Step" talk about it. Yeah, see, that was like one of it. They loved all next episodes, you see. And so for this, we've got here to start it off with, from May of 1979, Climax Blues Band, "Reel to Reel." Yeah, here's the front. And I got to flip this because it goes like this, and then it's a gatefold. So let's see here. We've got this. Oh boy. And then I guess you could go like this. I don't know. Kind of gets me. But basically the scene here. And this is the thing that you don't notice, and I'll point it out here in a second. The Climax Blues Band in 1979 were the first band to use the George Martin Air Studios in Montserrat. And there's a guy, as you could see, he's got a shirt that he's wearing from that. No Candy Floss Ride Oberheim. Yes, Love also has an album called "Reel to Reel." How do you mean, James Forley? I have "Reel to Reel" by Love. The song "Arriving UFO" by Yes. Anyways, so of course it'd be on the Sire label. This would be the last album that they would be on Sire Records, because Warner Brothers basically got Sire Records and absorbed them So the next album that they would have in 1980 called Flying the Flag, which I had a copy of that at one point, but the song I Love You would end up on the air and have radio play. And I always liked that song from them. I thought they did a really good job, even if it is a little sappy, because I do like them. I mean, couldn't get it right. You know, that's another one too. Right, Dark Wizard. That came to mind when I saw the episode title. Huh? Yeah. See, I've only got one Love LP. I have not come across any others. I think you mean Circus of Heaven. Ah, that's right, Circus of Heaven. So, from May of 1979, I thought I would play the closing cut of Reel to Reel called Crazy World. I don't know. See if you guys like this or not. I'm going to go get some more coffee. That's right. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Climax Blues Band, Crazy World, closing cut off of Reel to Reel. How you doing?
Good. How's it going?
It's going. I'll tell you that right now. Between the coffee and Toby running around here now the place and hearing behind the wall boom 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 boom, so help me God, those guys are gonna get it. That's all right.
You know what you do about that? You get some, Slim Whitman or some fine yodeling stuff. You put the speakers against the wall.
And you know, that sounds like a great idea, but what I'm going to do, since you know, like one of these days, my kids don't get home from work until between 7 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So at like 5 a.m., turn the speakers, be like, take a dose of your own medicine, you bastards. You're like, I think they're skating on thin ice anyway right now. So I don't know. It's one of those situations where you wouldn't mind them not being around anymore, but then you kind of wonder what would replace them. Yeah, that's just kind of like, Or you could play "I Remember You" by Frank Ifield. Never was a big fan of that song. I know what you're talking about. I had an aunt though that really dug that song. She did. You know, only once did I ever come across a copy of the Beatles and Frank Ifield live on stage, which of course it wasn't live on stage, but with the old man cover. And one side was great condition, the other side with a screwdriver. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Oh jeez. So how has your world been? I haven't seen you in a while.
Just been taking a break from streams and stuff, just trying to get caught up on just responsibilities, you know.
real life stuff. I get you. I get you. I see. This is how I disappear from some of that stuff. I'm still responsible. I got a responsibility streak. Yeah. But it's like I love doing these things, and that's my therapy. I got to have my therapy several times a week. Oh man.
Yeah, I was helping out James every Sunday, and it was supposed to be for a couple hours, and started getting longer and longer. And I'm like, I got stuff I gotta do, man.
Oh, I didn't know he was still doing the streams. I think, God, when was the last time I even saw? I know I know that you were on those streams, and somebody else was too. Maybe it was Caitlin. I can't remember. But
Caitlin comes up there later on and stuff. Yeah. But I was just like, you know, I got things I got to be doing. I can't, I can't be here for 4 or 5 hours. So
I don't remember by Peter Gabriel is a cracker of a tune, deep bass. You know, I think for most of the Peter Gabriel stuff was Tony Levin. And he's a hell of a bass player. My God, that man just can. I mean, John Lennon chose wisely for his Double Fantasy for having him on there too. And I'm going, but like the first time I remember really appreciating his bass was Digging in the Dirt. I just love the way that whole thing goes in that bass line. And I'm like, wow, you know, he knew what he was doing. Does James eat on his own streams or just other people's? Oh boy.
He started eating on his streams again, so yeah, it was like it was just he's starting too early for me. It was he wanted me to check in, about half hour before he started, and usually doing stuff with the wife and stuff. I'm usually up to about 2, 3 in the morning on a Saturday, early Sunday morning, and then get about 3, 4 hours of sleep. Then be his wingman for 4 hours. So I'm just like, I'm dying.
How's the missus doing?
Well, she's hanging in there. Just the chronic illnesses are what they are. So she just kind of takes it one day at a time. So
sure, tell her I said hey.
Okay, will do. Yeah, I'm just kind of relaxing tonight. I've got this draft beer here. It's Allen and Wright. It's pretty tasty.
Allen. Oh, is that really what the hell A&W stands for? Is Allen and Wright?
I looked it up one day. Yeah, Allen and Wright.
You know what? They closed down the last A&W that was in Northwest Arkansas, and I was so pissed off. It was a split restaurant. It was half A&W, half Long John Silver's, right? So they shut the damn thing down, and then they open it back up, and I'm like, oh, good, A&W's back. Oh, no. It's a Long John Silver's now. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yep.
So I don't know when I'll ever get to I want to get back up to this point for a second. Jeff Berlin covered for Tony Levin during the Anderson, Brufman, Wakeman, and Howe tour for a couple shows. I met Jeff Berlin. He was in the B3 tour with Billy Sheehan and Stu Ham. And I have a picture with me and all three of them. And
very nice.
Yes, Billy was being Mr. Rockstar. Everybody was. I brought albums and CDs. But I didn't have nothing for Jeff because back then I didn't know who he was. Kind of ignorant. But Jeff was so nice. Me and him were just like, and I'm just like, what a cool dude. I mean, him and Stu were the more talkative ones.
Yeah.
King Crimson had Tony Levin. That's right. Liquid Tension Experiment.
Yeah.
He's the man and legend.
Yeah, Tony's played on a bunch of stuff.
Mrs. Hot Frog. I remember when A&W used to have car. Yeah, barely. Yeah. I barely remember that too. 70s for me in that time. Yeah, and if I had money, and if I had money, and it's like I had somebody, you got to spend this money on a restaurant. It either would be A&W or Dog and Suds. Now, I would love to have Dog and Suds because there's only one in the state of Arkansas. Yeah, and I went there last year. Tasty. At least they don't change the formulas. There's only a dozen locations. So if you live in Illinois and Michigan and one other state, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the rest of you guys, they closed them all down. Sad. Very friggin' sad. And they keep teasing that they're going to put a Jack in the Box here. I don't think it's happening. I remember this was like 2-3 years ago. Yeah, there's going to be a Jack in the Box first one in Arkansas. I'm like, then there's like sound of crickets. Nothing's happened since. And I'm like, I want my sourdough Jack and an antenna topper, you sons of bitches. I want it now.
Yeah.
I still have an A&W. See, look, treasure it. Treasure it, Marty. Yeah. Treasure it.
I drove by one today.
Go. Yeah, if they did good food, go buy something from them. That's what I would do. So let's see. Before I forget, maybe we'll play that Peter Gabriel in a little bit here. But to finish off the title, Reel to Reel for the other one. So the other one, what was that? The other one, Bob Welch. Yes, I have a Bob Welch, very underrated guitarist for Fleetwood Mac and Paris and solo stuff. I came across this. Now I'll admit it's not in the best of shape. It's got a little bit damage on the front here, but not too much. But this here's the front and here's the back. And this here, of course, is from November 1979. This made it to 105 on the Billboard 200. And I'll show you what the heck it looks like on the inside of this as well. There is no Fleetwood Mac people helping him out on this one. He just looks so thrilled. Does he not look so yeah. I mean, he's like, shit. That looked like a lineup photograph. But let's see here. But of course, you'd be looking at Purple Capital, being that it's 79 and all that. But I mean, I like his other stuff. I just never heard anything off of here. But what I did do is I pulled off the single. There was a single for this, and I got it all logged in here for a minute. And it's called "Don't Let Me Fall." And let's see if, like I said, I thought it was okay. It wasn't great, but let's see what you guys think of it. Wow. That video for Sentimental Lady is chilling at the end when he pulls out the toy gun and it says back. You know, I don't know if I ever saw that video because but this, it says considering how he went on here. We have about 7 or 8 Jack in the Boxes in my town, almost the same amount of Del Tacos. I've heard of Del Tacos and never ate at a Del Taco, but I heard that Del Taco might end up being sold. I can't remember to who or whatever, but that they may end up, both owned by the same company. Well, I'm hearing Del Taco may no longer, yeah. So about this time, he was also hosting a syndicated video show. I like Bob Welch. I think Bob Welch does not get enough love, truthfully. Rebel Rouser was off this album and got radio play too. Yes. But oh boy. So yeah. So unfortunately, only 105 on the Billboard 200. Then after that, he kept making albums, but you know, I didn't see anything after 83. It was like he kind of fell off the radar in 83. He had what was he? Had Randy Meisner was on that album, and there was like there was a couple other people on there too, but no more Fleetwood Mac people. It's in the official promo video for Sentimental Lady. Okay. Cool. Did you manage to find anything lately there for any fine music finds, Dave?
Well, I found a few things. Just looking, already had picked up a couple of Joan Jett albums and stuff. So.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, unfortunately, my finances have been kind of constrained for at least another couple weeks, but
yeah,
I figure what the heck, you know. We've got that 4-state record show coming July 26th.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait for that either. Hopefully get to see some of the, I'm telling you, ever since last year, I think they're saying right now, because when I started going about 2 years ago, there was maybe about 50 sellers. Now they're up to 75. I mean, literally this room is now crammed. So I am just sitting here and I'm going. I mean, it's an armory is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's a memorial hall in Carthage, Missouri, and but I mean, I was going to go up there anyway. But the thing is that hopefully, and I will find out, considering his summer tour ended a day or two ago. Celebrity vinyl seller John Humphrey, the drummer of Seether, who comes in from near Oklahoma City just to sell his wares. He's such a nice, accommodating guy. I torture him with the Seether stuff and the Nixons because he drummed for the Nixons too. And he's always nice and signs my stuff, and I always get pictures with him. Well, there was a concert announcement that was brought this afternoon here in the 5 minutes away from here in the 12,000 seat outdoor venue, which I am very looking forward to now, but it's not until October. And so the tour, it goes from least to most. POD. I've never seen POD. I like POD, even if I only know a handful of their songs. But POD and Daughtry, all right. Seether's the headliner. So I mentioned to John, I said, "You're coming to my town, buddy." I said, "Somehow we gotta hang one way or another." So, but it's like a week before Halloween. That they're kind of in Arkansas, that's cutting it close. So hopefully it won't be monsoon weather. But even my kid is interested in going to this too. So I'm like, I want seats. So somehow we'll get seats for this damn show. Because I saw Seether back about 15 years ago, along with Blackstone Cherry and Theory of Dead Man, which that was an excellent triple bill on that. Yes, he was. He was in. Bob was in Paris. I don't have any of the Paris records. Cal Jam '78. Yes. I know about the first Cal Jam, but there's a double album, I think, of the Cal Jam 2, and I need to get that just for the sake of it. I've heard Bob does a great job. So does Frank Marino. All kinds of fun. Because like the original Cal Jam, they were saying what Black Oak, Arkansas, Emerson, Lake Palmer, Deep Purple, they all put in great sets. Yep, Ebony. Didn't Welch have a thing with Stella Good Guy? Who did have a thing with Steve? I'm beginning to realize this more and more and more. In fact, I came across an interesting story. Whether it's true or not, most likely it's rumored, but George Harrison and Stevie Nicks being friends? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And supposedly certain songs from either of their artists, they were muses to each other, I guess. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, well, he had Olivia, his wife. He already was married again. But I'm like, what have you gone off and taken a turn at the doorknob with this one? Who knows? Maybe it's just like, So maybe Welch did have a thing with Stevie Nicks. Who didn't? Hot Love in a Cold World. If he didn't, that makes one. Yep. Hey, Lisa, Dave. Lisa finished dinner. Did you finish your lobster bisque, or did you leave some for me? Damn allergies. Yeah, Bob Welch wore a beret. That's right, he did.
I have a question about that beret, though. Was it a raspberry beret?
Yes.
Yes,
exactly. Did you know, what was it? Oh God, Eddie Murphy did a goofy takeoff on that called Buckwheat Toupee.
Oh, nice.
And it goes just like that raspberry beret. I'm like, oh God, it wasn't bad. Lobster at Costco. Speaking of something that's better than lobster biscuit, Costco, this guy here. I haven't had you on this show in a while. Yay, with a wig.
It's been a while, Paul. How are you, Dave?
Good.
Yes. I should collect wigs so I don't damage my real hair. Well, I will tell you this there, Lisa. There's nothing wrong with collecting wigs or merkins or whatever the heck, whatever works in the wig kingdom. Are you going to come up here now that you went and finished your lobster bisque? So you've heard rumors about Stevie Nicks.
Nice.
Who didn't have a thing? I know. Well, she, yes, she was. But boy, the story. See, and I'm gonna agree with Chris though. I always had a thing for Christine. I don't know what it was about her. Yeah. It's like if I
classy. She was very classy, you know.
Yes.
Very dignified, very, very English.
Yes. I would have loved to have had Christine. I'll tell you that right now. That would have been fun. I would have simply been, look, I know about the Dennis Wilson stories. I ain't like him. Trust me. Although maybe there wouldn't be any good songs coming out of that liaison of Christine and I, but that's a different story. Hello, Tim. Glad to see you here. Yes, that's true, Eric.
There you go.
Me too.
Have either of you two ever read Mick Fleetwood's autobiography?
I haven't.
Because it's interesting about Bob Welch. Because Bob Welch goes to him one day and says, you know, you should incorporate Fleetwood Mac. You'd save a lot of money on taxes and turn it into a corporation and everything. And I'd be happy to do that for you. And then he does it. He turns Fleetwood Mac into a corporation, gets everything in a neat little bowl wrapped up. Here you go. Here's Fleetwood Mac. Oh, by the way, I'm leaving the band. I mean, Fleetwood never understood this. To this day, he doesn't understand why Bob Welch took the time to do this when he knew he was leaving and then left. It's like, well, thanks.
Well, you know, yeah. I mean, it seems like to me he left amicably anyway, which is great.
Yeah,
I mean,
he did.
and I love his stuff.
I think I don't know if Buckingham did, but pretty much everybody in Fleetwood Mac played on at least one Welch album. I mean, they all were amicable, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
He this is, once again, I keep bringing this whole Rock and Roll Hall of Shame bit. When Fleetwood Mac got in, it should have been every member that was ever on an album. Okay, not just the classic lineup. Okay,
Yeah.
Peter Green, Jeremy Spencer, Bob Welch, they all should have been put in on there too. And that's what I hate, though, is that not enough love at all here. Yes, and they didn't include that. So exactly, and that's criminal. That's criminal.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we are going to get something. Yeah, just got some lightning.
Oh.
Yeah. I've got 2 more songs left in the queue. I'm gonna go off and get some more coffee. But so this is hold on a minute. In the early days, they kept losing members to a religious cult, the Children of God. Jeremy Spencer, definitely. I've got that album. I do. It has never been released on CD either. I found out. And then I know Peter Green. I don't know if he went to the same cult or he went and did something differently. I don't know. But those two led kind of strange lives in the 70s. Welch saved that band. If he didn't leave Stevie Lynn, that's true. That's absolutely true. I don't think that Mac would have gone into the stratosphere if it wasn't for Stevie and Lindsey. It just happened to be the time. This next track, which has nothing to do with Fleetwood Mac, but it's Kiss related. I having a trip on this thing. The things I trip on, it's just so kind of strange. So in 1979, when the Dynasty album was getting ready to be demoed and recorded and such like that, Peter Criss actually, other than Dirty Living, which that's an excellent track and it's the only one he drums on, he did turn in another demo that, well, Kiss didn't really exactly seem to care for. Let's see what you guys think about this. This one, recorded in early 1979, is called Rumble. Let's see how you guys think about this for a little bit here. This is kind of a long one. Yep, it started to rain. Right. I would love to. The new track sounds really good. It's rumbling during the rumble, yes. I like Dirty Living. Yes, that's right. Rumble is Link Ray. You are right, Dave. Yes, it was. You know what, Jen? I have no clue. YouTube is doing something that I can't see. for you guys, so I have to apologize. Yeah, Roki. Yeah, they're selling the brand new album at the Six shows before the July release date. I know Grant got an advance copy. I saw his review. This is true. Yeah, maybe it is. And the other thing about that, too, even when I go back to look at the episodes, it's not on there. So it's something you guys see. I don't know how you get a purple crown. I'm sorry. Maybe go ask Prince. Hey, Dusty, how are you? You want to come on up?
Hey, Dusty.
I'll admit Dynasty is a little bit of a strange album. I remember buying the damn thing when I was 12, brand new. And it wasn't for I Was Made for Loving You. That was not it.
I think they were a
There you
little
go.
lost, maybe, around this time.
Once I had a gold crown. Yeah, that's very bright. Anyways, I couldn't have seen that on that album anyway, even if he did try. Probably should have stuck it on Out of Control. Maybe it would have made the album this much better. Oh, that album. Oh, that's a horrible fucking album. I never rode in the back of a Crown Victoria. I have. And you know what's funny? At the Kiss concert in 98, who happened to come out of a red back of a Crown Victoria? Peter Criss, that's right. Chris Roki's catalog is rich with amazing songs. The Evil One is my favorite album. I had a copy of that one, but lots of great singles. Crown of Creation, Jefferson Airplane. Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't think it wouldn't have made it on Dynasty.
You couldn't dance to it. They were into dancing to their songs at that point.
That's right. Wouldn't have made it on Bandstand. No. So, Tim, did you manage to find anything in the last week or so from your favorite?
I've been finding very little lately, but I did find a couple CDs that, well, I only really have the Salvation Army left as far as buying it.
Oh, no.
There's nothing else left. And they, a few months ago, as a company, decided to stop rotating stock as far as physical media goes, books, records, CDs, videotapes, anything like that. They just keep it till it's sold now. They don't, every month they used to go through and pull the old stuff and send it on to another, they don't do that with that stuff anymore. So they're getting new stuff in, but they're not putting out because they don't have any room. It's the same stuff that's been sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. But so this week they put, I went today and they put CDs 4 for $1, 4 for 99 cents.
Sure.
I picked up, I actually have one right here. I picked this up. Nothing great here. I picked this up. The Beach Boys Made in America. I mainly picked this up because this is, an OG CD. You can tell by the ring. This This may be their first CD. I'm not sure, but
I don't know.
so I picked that up. Picked the best of Brett up.
Oh, sure.
I didn't have it, so and I picked up 2 Nancy Griffith albums. Just again, just for $1. Otherwise, they're going to charge you 99 cents. So for one, that's it. That's
for $1. It was just worth the gamble.
Something else too. I was at Target today, and I found this.
Oh, nice.
Vinyl. Can you see how much it paid?
Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go. Definitely.
That's a good
deal. Yeah, very good deal.
Yeah, $11.99 or whatever, something like that.
I wish my Target would still do that. They kind of that's half the reason why I don't even go into the damn Target anymore is because they kind of stopped doing that.
Just once in a while they'll put things, and there's a couple other things I want, and if they go, they're not cheap enough yet, but if they go down to that sort of price, Peter Gabriel's "So" is one of them. They've got 2 copies of that, but that was like $18.
Oh, geez,
and Crosby, Stills, and Nash live and Young live at the Fillmore. I think that's like $22.50. If they're still there in a couple weeks and they order the prices again, I'll pick them up. But I don't know. No.
I'm so disappointed with the Who with all this. Yeah, I don't understand. They fired him twice. That's bullshit. I'm a longtime Who fan, and I just love him, but I can't approve it. I know. What the hell?
You're the Who. Here's what I'll say about that. You're the Who. If your drummer is too loud and you're the Who, maybe it's time to pack it in. Just saying.
Yeah.
They should have packed it in a few years ago.
Just saying. You're the friggin' Who, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
You had Keith Moon as your drummer.
My copy of "So" was $3. Well, speaking of Peter Gabriel, I went and set up the one where they asked earlier. So off of the, I never understood why he decided to, the first couple albums had to be called Peter Gabriel, but you had different covers. So this one here is what they call the melt cover.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. How about that? Oh, yeah, it started raining. It's raining and just going. Toby's just sitting here going, what the hell's going on? It's okay, Toby. It's okay. She's like, meow. You could always tell when she's out of heat because then she just doesn't give a shit. Is there anything else interesting, gentlemen?
No.
All right, I don't know who this is, but I think he's trying to go after this one here. There you go. It's the new power couple in the I have no damn clue. There's no power couples. No. The last power couple.
You don't have dark, or I forgot what what's it called? The Other Side of the Moon. Is that what Keith Moon's? I can't remember what it's called. I've got it on CD and album.
Oh, the Two Sides of the Moon.
Two Sides of the Moon. That's it. Yeah, you don't have that.
No, I don't. I need to get that for Jukebox from Hell. Definitely. I'm planning on.
There's a little story about that album. He wanted to record an album, and the label was reluctant and said, okay, well, let's do a single and see how that goes. So he records In My Life, and Don't Worry Baby is the single. And they release it, and it's so bad. They still let him do the album, but it's so bad, they make him re-record it. And if you listen to the album version, if you buy the CD, you get the single as bonus, because the album version is completely different, because they made him redo it. It was so bad. I have the single too, and it is really bad.
Oh boy, hang on a minute. I gotta play it now. You realize this, right? This is like a gauntlet that gets thrown. In My Life, you said, right?
Yeah, In My Life and Don't Worry Baby were the single. I'm not even sure which was the A side.
No, I don't either. We're just going to play
but-
one though, because I can't deal with two.
Yeah,
Let's see.
and the single is very different than the album on both tracks. They made him record them again.
Now I don't I don't know which version this is.
I'm not saying they were better on the album. They're just different.
Yeah. I don't know which version this is, so bear with me.
Yeah.
We're gonna listen to this, guys, because I've never heard this.
There are places I remember all my life. Though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some
Oh
are
boy.
dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Oh boy.
Believe it or not,
Now
I think that's the album version. I think the single was even worse.
so I pulled this up and it just simply says only studio album by Keith Moon. I can't believe it even peaked at 155 on the Billboard 200. The album title was credited to Ringo. Rather than using the album as a chance to showcase his drumming skill, he sang lead vocals on all the tracks, played drums on only 3 of the tracks, Crazy Like a Fox, Kids Are All Right, and Move Over Miss L. Although he played percussion on Don't Worry Baby. The album features contributions from Ringo, Harry Nilsson, Joe Walsh, Jim Keltner, Bobby Keys, Klaus Voormann, John Sebastian, Flo and Eddie, Spencer Davis, Dick Dale, Patty Quattro, and members from Fanny and future actor Miguel Ferrar. Oh boy. It's not even a half an hour. And let's see here. There's multiple producers: Keith Moon, Mal Evans, Steve Cropper, of all people, and others, and they cut 345s came off that damn album.
Oh, wow. Well, I only had the first one. Like I said, it was released before the album, maybe even a year before.
Now it says here, okay, so 10 tracks on the album. In '97, there was bonus tracks, which it looks like they end up slapping. Yeah, another half a dozen or something like that. And then I guess in '06 they did a deluxe. Oh my God.
Wow. And the two single or the 2 songs from the single are on the
Let's
bonus
see.
tracks too, because they're very different versions.
Okay. They're declaring that Ricky Nelson sings vocals on this too. And that is that Ricky Nelson. I'm like, boy, he must have needed the money.
Wow.
Jesse Davis.
Well,
Jay Ferguson, from Spirit. He's on here too. David Foster. God, there's a lot of boy, I bet you a lot of favorite cards got cashed in for that damn thing. Shit. Bowie even shows up. He sings on Real Emotion. Oh boy. Whatever. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, whatever. Anyways, I gotta find that thing for Jukebox from Hell. Yeah, I know. Ricky Nelson, for 1975, that's kind of strange. But then again, I guess it's not like he really, after Garden Party, it's not like he really had anything really going anyway.
Yeah.
Don't put the lime in the coconut or jump into the fire. I love those songs.
There you go.
The moral is don't sleep in a house owned by Harry Nielsen. Ozzy tried that song too for his Undercover LP. I think I remember that thing, and I did not care for that at all. Isn't that the one where supposedly he does a duet with Miss Piggy or some shit? How much did he pay Bowie? Lord knows. Yep, Thunder Island. And the theme from the TV show The Office. That's Jay Ferguson. He does that too. Hey, how you doing, Mike? But yeah, so there. I hate to say this, ladies and gentlemen, but I kind of have to get up early. 6 o'clock's going to come really close. But you know what? I'm glad. Thanks for coming on here, you guys. Out of all honesty, I love having. I hate doing the show by myself out here in the realm. I love having extra people. It's fun. And like I said, it's always good to have you, Dave, and always good to have you, Tim. I know it's been a while. Don't be a stranger. I like coming on Doc Dacus' show when I can, and it's just, but, it's sometimes my time constraint too. It's like, got to take the kids to work. I can't wait till that kid actually can get himself a driver's license. That'll be like a holiday for me. I'll be like, hallelujah. I don't have to deal with this nonsense anymore. Let's see. Good night. Peace out. Hey, Ben, how you doing? There is a version of Garden Party out by Dylan. Did we really need that, though? Really? I'm about to ask this. Yeah, Michael. Nighty night. That's right. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Ringo here. Now it's time to say goodnight. Mr. Michael, goodly to see you. Yes, goodly. And I hope that we were able to entertain people that were at work otherwise. Yes, I know. Chew the record. They're delicious. Yes. Add nutrition. Okay, maybe they're nutritious. But as long as you get powered by coffee and you add to it, now you show up. Now you show up just as I'm ready to get done with this here, you silly man. There were people asking for you. Anyways, hi, Mello. And yes, always good to see you. Always powered by coffee each and every time. Now it's time to chew that record.
Psychos Platters is a Love Peace production.